The second reason was that the states were obviously scared or apprehensive of the fear of the unknown. What if my revenue falls? How am I to be compensated? If the government had no response to this, the states, particularly the manufacturing states, were unwilling to join in. And therefore, we realized the genuine concern of the states and put it as a part of the Constitution amendment that for the first 5 years, the states would be guaranteed from the GST collections a 14% annual growth of their taxes. This put the states at a high comfort level. Having conceded these two major points to the states, we got something back from the states. The amendment to the Constitution proposed by the earlier governments had permanently kept petroleum products out of the GST. We persuaded the states to bring petroleum products within the GST, but assured them that the tax would be levied only once the GST Council agrees. And therefore, in the matter of petroleum products, we moved one step ahead. We consistently kept in mind the federal principles on which the delicate balance of governance in India rests. And therefore, the structure of the GST Council was accordingly developed. This structure enabled us to pass the Constitution amendment by a unanimous vote, to pass all the supporting legislations by unanimity, to pass all the rules by a consensus, and finally to fix all rates through a consensus and unanimity of the GST Council. We've had 27 meetings of the Council so far, and I think it has become a role model for governance in various areas. It is India's first federal decision-making body, where the center and the states sit together and are able to decide. And I have personally ensured in each of these 27 meetings that I presided that all decision-making is through a consensus, and we've not had to use the voting arrangement provided for the Council even on a single occasion. Whenever conflicting views are there, we form a group of ministers of the state governments, ask them to hammer out a consensus, and till such time a consensus is worked out, one way or the other, we keep on discussing the issues and finally come to a conclusion whether the proposal has to go through or the proposal need not go through. What are the obvious advantages we've had at the end of 1 year? I spoke about the tax simplification. You have one return. You only address your software. You'll probably get your assessment orders back on your software. All the checkposts are gone. The whole of the country has become one unified market. The cascading effect is gone. What is the much defamed 28% tax structure? In fact, in the original taxation, pre-GST, was 31 to 32% because of the cascading effect. And therefore, we brought it down to 28 and now have been busy in the process of shifting a large number of items from 28% to lower slabs. The weighted average of the total taxation basket has significantly come down. And therefore, we are in the process of rationalizing the rates itself. What is the impact without raising rates, in fact by lowering rates, the revenue impact of that. And I think this is the most significant impact of the GST which is there. Last year, despite challenges to the global economy,